Hello everyone, my name is Melissa Rice and I'm a Michigan State grad, go green, a soon-to-be Hackbright Academy alum, and hopefully one of your new coworkers. Today I'll be showing you my full stack web application that is running on a Flask Python server named WanderList. So after I graduated from MSU, I moved to Seattle and this is where I found my love for the mountains, everything outdoors, and developed an interest in the technology field. I wanted to create this app as a kind of thanks to my time in Seattle and the people who guided me towards the tech industry. This app is for anyone who is interested in visiting or just learning more about the beautiful national parks here in the United States. All right, let's get started. So before you can search the National Park Service API, you have to create an account. Once an account is created, all the information submitted is added to a PostgreSQL database with SQL Alchemy. After creating an account, you'll be prompted to go log in. So I already have an account, so I'm just going to use my email and password to log in. So creating this page was more difficult than I anticipated. I guess I just never really thought about what actually is happening with data validation behind the scenes. But after writing the validation code, I know that something like a simple login page really isn't that simple at all. Once your data is validated and everything checks out, you are redirected to the page where you can search for parks by state. I feel like this is when I had one of my bigger breakthroughs while creating this project. When I first started looking at the API, I was really intimidated by the amount of information that it sent, as well as the structure it was sent back in. So this is the JSON info I got back just for the national parks in Michigan. As you can see, it is a ridiculously embedded dictionary full of lists of more dictionaries with a ton of information that I wasn't trying to show the user. So when I was able to parse the data and use Jinja templating to display the specific information I wanted, I was beyond excited. I seriously was jumping up and down like a little kid. So big reveal here, this is what the user sees on the front end. Okay, now that we can see all the national parks in this state, you can read a description of it, get directions, and you can click the little heart button in the corner to add it to your favorites list. You'll notice that once I click it, an alert message pops up saying you've added it to your favorites and that the user can't click it again. This was implemented using jQuery and Ajax, and its purpose was to keep people from adding the same park to their favorites list and to the two tables in my database on the back end a million times. Okay, so once you've added all the parks you want to visit, you can then go to your favorites page where the user will see the parks that are connected to their specific user ID in the favorites table. This may look like a very straightforward feature on the surface, but I had to write a join load query through a foreign key in the relational database, which is very efficient, but it took me some time to figure out. So once again, when I saw that the query worked and the correct park showed up on the page for that user, I was super pumped. All right, so now that we are here, you'll notice that the default of the have you visited is false for each park you favorited. Once you visit the park, you can click the checkmark button and change your status from false to true. This will save the change on the page and in the database under that user's ID. jQuery and Ajax were also implemented here to keep the page from reloading every time the button was clicked, and it also disables it. The last feature I implemented was the logout. When you log out, you are redirected to the home page where a flash message confirms that you are no longer logged in. Once you're logged out, you cannot search for parks or go to your favorites page. If I click on either of these in the nav bar, I will be redirected to go log in. So after Hackbright, I plan on adding a few more features that will make this app a little more flexible. One of these will be to add a delete button to favorites to get it out of your list and out of the database. And I'd also like the user to be able to change the have you visited back to false. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today. I'm glad I got to share my love for the outdoors with you, and I hope you remember that not all those who wander are lost. Thank you.